How's it going, everyone? Chris here, back with another video. This is my third take on this, so I really hope I get it right. I started talking and I completely fumbled over my words, and I'm too lazy to edit. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Helium halving and what to expect. You know, I'm a Helium miner. If you're watching this, you might be mining Helium at the same time. You want to know what's going to happen with the price of Helium, what's going to happen with my rewards. Are they going to go up, down? Are they going to stay the same? And what is the future of Helium, with the actual price of Helium? What is the time span that it's going to take for it to actually increase in value or decrease in value? My personal opinion, I think it's going to increase in value. So to get started, what is halving? Well, halving happens every interval of years. It depends on the coin. Bitcoin happens every 4 years. Helium happens every 2 years. And what happens is basically it cuts the amount of rewards given per block. And it's set up basically so each coin, when they launch, they have this set in place. Not every coin, but the coins that do set this up. It's meant to stop inflation and adjust for inflation. So let's say Helium launched on 2017, April 1st, 2017, okay? So 2 years from then, it would be April 1st, 2019 is when the first halving occurs. Halvings rarely line up with each other. I don't think it has happened in the history yet, but there's so much time in front of us, it could happen. Bitcoin halves every 4 years on a certain day when a certain block is mined, and then the rewards get cut in half for every block. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I think I did a pretty good job explaining it. So we're going to start off with Bitcoin halving because this is a great example. You can see in 2009 they gave off 50, and then they initiated their Bitcoin halving. So I believe the first year was kind of like it didn't count for Bitcoin. Maybe they didn't have it implemented, but then going forward, every 4 years, they cut the reward in half. So it happened in 2012 and 2016 and 2020. I'm going to be talking about 2016 and 2020 because I believe those are obviously the more recent ones. And let's see, I don't know, they have 2017 through 2019, which doesn't make sense. But if we go to 2016, it happened July 9th, 2016. So if I go to July 9th, 2016, you can see... I'll go July 8th because I can't go to July 6th. But the price was $650.96, okay? Approximately a year later, a year and a couple months, you can see that the price of Bitcoin started to seriously take off. And then it happened again in May of 2020. And you can see the price of Bitcoin is now, it's been over the 1,000 mark for a while. And you can see, I cannot do math very well. Where's May? Now I'm in 2019. I'm all over the place here. Sorry about that. All right, so now you can see it's about $10,000. May 2013. Not 2013, 2020. And then when you go forward about 6 months later, then the price just goes through the roof. And you can see that Bitcoin has been doing well ever since. Obviously, there's been this huge dip, but it looks like it's going back up. So that's Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin took so long for it to actually see the benefits of the halving, and because it was so new. This is like the first cryptocurrency. There is a lot of skepticism about it. When you're buying the coin for $600 in 2016, when you don't know much about it, you don't know if there's any future and there's going to be regulations and the government's going to completely ban it. You don't know. So it was a big move for people to buy back then, and I think that's why it took so long for Bitcoin to actually see the benefits from their halving. And then it took 6 months in the recent halving, which was obviously less time. It was basically half, and it still took a little bit to see the rewards there. But the thing to note is that Bitcoin's price was so high at the point of the halving, like $10,000. That's not something that anybody can buy. That's something that, someone with a good amount of money can buy a full Bitcoin and be okay with it. People like me, people like you guys probably watching it, that's a huge financial decision. So I think that's why it took so long for Bitcoin to actually have. Now, you guys came for Helium, so now we're going to talk about Helium. I'm going to try and steer away from all the other coins, but I will talk about some other ones in the future next couple minutes. But Helium halved August 1st, so now it's August 3rd, okay? there's really no change in the price. Basically, what you're going to see right now, since the halving just occurred, is there might be a slight drop off in the price because there's a people that are, they think this is the best price they are going to get, so they're going to sell as much HNT as they have, and for a lot of people, they're okay with that. If they have $30,000, it's no problem selling that money because it's $30,000. They're not looking at the long term. Plus, it's a big risk to hold $30,000 in a coin. When it's not, it could go up and down. It's like a stock, basically. There's a lot of variables, and at any point in time, it could lose all of its nominal value. I think that was a very good explanation. So, it's been 2 days. You have not seen much other than the trading volume has been up, significantly over the past couple of days. I think realistically, this is going to be a lot quicker than Bitcoin because, like I said, with Bitcoin, it was $10,000. That's a huge decision you really have to make if you don't have a lot of money. With this, it's $13 right now. I could buy a sandwich. I could buy a Wawa hoagie. I could probably buy 2 Wawa hoagies if you guys know what Wawa is, and it would be about the price of one Helium. So a lot of people are going to be like, oh, sure, I'll buy one. It's only $13, easy. Like, I can own a whole coin for $13. And it's not like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is mostly a financial investment asset. There's not much you can actually do with Bitcoin unless Elon Musk says you can buy a Tesla, which sometime, I don't know, it changes all the time. But with Helium, there's a whole network here. You can go on the Helium website, and I'll have all these links in the description. And you can see, I mean, there's literally 100,000 miners that are being added, that have been added, and there is the 30-day trend. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see for something you're going to invest in. It's literally just goes up. So, I mean, it's not slowing down anytime soon. There's probably about 200,000 miners on back order, and I'm estimating there's probably a lot more. I'm not sure how many more, but with the days and the months to come, you're going to see this number just go up and up and up. When I added my miner on August, or I believe it was July 28th, I added it. There was not even 100,000 miners. There was like 99,000 or something like that. So 8,000 miners in about a week and a half. That is pretty crazy. So with the Helium halving, this is a great website, Helium, or docs.helium.com. This is Helium's like back end. They talk about everything. Anything you would ever need to know about Helium is discussed on here. If you want to make sensors, if you want to be a part of their mining, if you want to know which miners are approved, all that stuff is going to be here. So this is a great chart. It's simple math kind of stuff. It's just showing you that their first year one started on August 1st, 2019, and year 3 is August 1st, 2021. So that's a 2-year gap, and obviously there is the halving. So it gives you a 50-year output, and it shows you that at year 50 you're going to be rewarded this many Helium per block and whatnot. And this is something very interesting to note. So with Bitcoin, there's actually going to be a point where you're not rewarded anymore, but it's going to be in like year 2140. And that's just if they make no changes to the platform and they don't change and adapt to the inflation, and they just let that go, and everyone dies, no one controls Bitcoin anymore. But there could be changes to the actual infrastructure of Bitcoin. It could become a real currency, and they might change it. So that's something to note. With Helium, it's the same thing. It happens every 2 years. However, there could always be a change in which they actually get rid of the halving, or they adjust it, make it every 4 years, every 10 years. It depends on the actual company and the people behind it, what they want to do. So that's something interesting to note. Now with the price of Helium, like I said, I think it's going to be a lot quicker than Bitcoin. I think you guys are probably going to be looking at a price of, I'm guessing here, but I think it's going to hit $50 by the end of the year, and that would be awesome, obviously. But more realistically, I mean, I would do a safe guess that it would hit about $20 at the end of the year, and that's not financial advice, I have to say that. But I mean, it hit $19.51, pretty much at the peak of the bull run that we were seeing. and then it started to go down. And after the halving, now there's less rewards. Now it's simple supply and demand. There's less supply, so the demand is going to go up. It's very easy. If you guys took any sort of economics classes, that's that. So if you look at that, I mean, I think we're going to be doing pretty well for all the miners. I'm just going to go to a random miner. I don't even know what state this is in. It looks like we're in Maryland. Okay, so we're going to go to Maryland and click this miner, and you can see, okay, let's pick Strawberry Cobra. So this is where you can see a live look at the earnings over the past 30 days. So you can see the halving happened approximately here, July 30th, July 29th, July 30th. And you can see they had an all-time high. I mean, they were making 5 helium a day, almost 2 a day. They had an occasional one where they weren't making a lot, like 0.66 a day. But now you're seeing it's you know, that's a flat line. So I mean, earnings are probably cut in half. I mean, they 100% are cut in half. Let me rephrase that. But if the price goes up, then it really doesn't matter. Obviously, you're going to be getting less helium, but it's going to be valued more. So all these people that have mined all this time, you know, since the miners first came out, they're probably having, you know, a show. And we can actually just see how much this guy actually has. He has $2,182 in helium. So only 167 helium. If we take that and times it by 50, you know, he's going to have $8,350. And I'm okay with that. I hope I have 167 helium by the time it's working. I have a miner. I set it up, like I said, a couple days ago. I'm struggling a little bit with the earnings. I've earned about 0.5 helium, and I live in the suburbs, so it's not like I have a lot of people around me. I have it in my attic to try and get you know, a better signal, but that's just me. You guys might have different luck. I mean, whoever's watching this video, if you guys actually do have helium miners, please let me know. You know, how's your success? You don't have to give any information like your miner name, but like, have you earned a lot? How much have you earned? And do you have any tips for anyone watching this video and for me? Because this is a lot of stuff, you know, it's new. Even though there is 100,000 miners online, this is all a completely new infrastructure. And I think if everyone helps each other out, I think the token is really going to build a great community, and it's going to encourage people to buy the coin even more. So tell your friends about Helium. That will help too. If you know, everyone knows what Bitcoin is, and people know what Bitcoin is because people talk about Bitcoin. So when I meet people and they're like, oh, they talk about cryptocurrencies, I literally always bring up Helium. I bring up the miners that I have. And then the next questions they ask me are, how do I get a miner, and can I buy one off of you? Well, luckily for you, I've made these videos. So if you guys need to show anyone any of this stuff, this is free advertising because I'm talking about myself. Show them my videos, you know? I don't mind. I will say thank you in advance to anyone who actually shares my information and shares my stuff. So I hope this video helped out. Basically, what we're looking at is Helium price is most likely, I would say, 78% chance. I would even say probably 82% chance that the price is going to go up. Like, let's be realistic here. If there is a shortage, then the demand will go up and the price shall go up. You've seen it with the pandemic. You know, it's a perfect point where you can look at lumber, trucks, computers, graphics cards, all that stuff. Because there was a very low supply, the price was increased drastically. Even if it wasn't increased by the OEM manufacturers like Nvidia and all the people making graphics cards, it was increased by scalpers because they knew the market. They knew that they could get a lot of money, and people are paying that money. So Helium, we're looking at an increase in price. It's coming. That's all I'm saying. Don't know when. I can't tell you when. I'm not a genius, or I can't predict the future, but it's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think of this video. If you have any questions about anything related to Helium, Bitcoin, any cryptocurrency, if you want me to talk about anything else, please let me know. I will have a conversation with you in the comments. I love talking to the people watching my videos. It makes me know that you guys are actually understanding what I'm saying, and that's helpful to me a lot because, you know, that helps me change how I'm talking and how I'm actually putting my information out there to you guys. I stumble over my words a lot. I don't know why. It seems to only happen when I'm recording videos, but hopefully you guys understood everything. So thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.